They say the internet, is just the surface. A polished storefront of social media, Google searches, and streaming sites. But beneath it lies something far more secret: the Darknet, a hidden underworld where anonymity is currency, where billion-dollar black markets rise and fall, and where legends whisper of websites that should never exist. Today we'll explore the real, the terrifying, and the myths that blur the line between truth and nightmare. To understand the Darknet, imagine the internet as an iceberg. The clear web is everything you can Google: YouTube, Facebook, Wikipedia. But that's just the tip. Below is the deep web: private databases, cloud storage, academic archives, locked behind passwords, perfectly legal but hidden from search engines. Deeper still is the Darknet, encrypted, intentionally hidden. You can't stumble across it by accident. You need tools like the Tor browser, bouncing your connection across servers worldwide to mask your identity. For some, the Darknet is about privacy. Journalists, activists, whistleblowers rely on it. But for others, it's a playground for crime. Perhaps the best-known chapter in Darknet history is Silk Road. In 2011, Ross Ulbricht, a quiet 26-year-old physics graduate, launched Silk Road. To some, it was revolutionary: a digital marketplace built on Bitcoin where you could buy drugs as easily as ordering from Amazon. Vendors sold everything: LSD tabs, counterfeit bills, hacker guides, forged passports. Buyers left reviews like a normal e-commerce site. The genius was anonymity. Bitcoin obscured payments. Tor hid locations. For 2 years, Silk Road grew into a global empire worth hundreds of millions. But Ross Ulbricht slipped. In 2013, agents tracked him to a San Francisco library. They staged a distraction, grabbed his laptop while it was open, and logged in as Dread Pirate Roberts. The FBI had caught him red-handed. Silk Road was gone, but the idea wasn't. After Silk Road fell, more markets rose from its ashes, the most notorious, AlphaBay. Launched in 2014, it dwarfed Silk Road. By 2017, AlphaBay had over 400,000 users and listings for everything: drugs, stolen data, malware kits, even services like hacking for hire. But AlphaBay's reign ended abruptly. In July 2017, the site vanished overnight. Users panicked, thinking it was an exit scam. But the truth was bigger. Operation Bayonet, a global sting involving the FBI, DEA, and Europol, had secretly taken AlphaBay offline. Its alleged founder, Alexandre Cazes, was arrested in Thailand. Days later, he was found dead in his cell, under circumstances still debated. To make the sting even more devastating, law enforcement had also infiltrated Hansa Market, another giant. For weeks, they quietly ran it, logging every vendor and buyer, before shutting it down too. The Darknet had lost 2 empires in a single summer. Yet like a hydra, more markets would eventually return. But the Darknet isn't just about markets. Its underground is a mix of scams, fraud, and chilling trade. Stolen credit cards sold for a few dollars each. Hacked PayPal or Netflix accounts for the price of coffee. Fake IDs and counterfeit passports complete with holograms. Forums teaching ransomware, phishing, and identity theft. Some corners are political, safe havens for whistleblowers, activists, and journalists under oppressive regimes. Others are purely predatory, scams designed to trick newcomers into handing over Bitcoin they'll never see again. But what draws the most fear are the legends. Lurking alongside these very real crimes are the whispers, claims of live-stream torture chambers, contract killers for hire, and ghostly sites that lead to something far worse. This is where truth and legend intertwine. Red rooms, alleged live streams of torture where viewers pay in Bitcoin to watch horror unfold. Stories of them spread like wildfire on forums, fueled by screenshots, doctored clips, and fear. Investigators say no verified red room has ever been found. Most are scams, designed to steal cryptocurrency from the gullible. And yet, the myth endures because the darknet thrives on fear. But the strangest story of all, the website that shouldn't exist. It's whispered about in hidden corners of Tor directories. No name, no homepage, just a red screen and a single button that reads, Accept. They say those who click it vanish, their devices freeze, webcams activate, microphones turn on. And then, nothing. Their online presence disappears. Some claim even their real-world identities vanish days later. Of course, no proof exists. But in the world of the darknet, absence is as terrifying as evidence. Because if no one comes back to tell the story, how would we ever know? The darknet is a paradox, a place of privacy and protection for the innocent, and a breeding ground for crime, fear, and legend. Markets like Silk Road and AlphaBay were real. The fraud, scams, and stolen data are real. But the myths, red rooms, vanishing websites, feed something even more powerful than truth, our imagination. Maybe that's the true danger of the darknet. It's not just what exists, it's what you think might exist. If this journey into the hidden web left you curious or unsettled, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more chilling explorations, and share it with someone who still thinks the internet ends at Google. Because in the shadows of the darknet, there are always more ghosts in the machine.